failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Alright, this is Fire Escape Engineer. This is the inspector's summary video. This is 866-8490-333. This is pre-existing non-conforming. There'll be no welding because there is lead in the paint and you need an EPA renovator's license. This must be structurally sound and painted. This is a pass-fail video. This is a pre-load test evaluation. Okay, we're going to get started here. On the front of the building, and we have different problems on this. Some are the same, some are a little different. But the first thing I want to point out is everything slanted here, particularly towards the middle. There's been some recent work done on the end, but just where the two, right here where the two meet, that's new that way, and this is older this way, and this is where it's sagging. So more work has to be done. If you take a look at the brick all along this facade, because of the direct sunlight, the mortar has been slowly deteriorating. A lot of this brick needs repointing, and that affects the structure. So that's got to be looked at. The other thing that needs to be investigated is whether the brackets are undersized. It's particularly evident on some of the stringers. They're starting to bow, and if you look below the bow, there's a brace, and the brace seems to be undersized. So that might have to be re-engineered. So, you got the same condition as the other fire escapes. Your outside cage is 2.5 by 1.5 angle. You can see here. And then your ballast rods are square, they're 3/4. The other ones were round and they're welded on the top and the bottom. And you got an 1.5 by 1.5 rail. We got one little weld up here that really should be a bolted connection. But right there is evidence that there was definitely work done on that other half, and then it was welded together. Alright, we're going to go down these stairs. The stairs there's been some repair on these stairs, and you'll see like the second one down is a more modern, tread. The other ones, and it's manufactured. The other ones are 4 1-inch by 1/4-inch slat. The slat is riveted to the clip, and then it's bolted to the stringer. Stringer is 6-inch, 3/8 thick, flat. Okay, you'll see evidence of what I'm talking about. This particular platform, from the weight of this staircase, is pulling. So let's start our descent. Okay, and you can see some of this has been painted over. Like right here, you'll see it's starting to pop, and I think it's evidence of rust and rust jacking under the slats. And then the angle itself, there's some kind of deformation going on there. It probably had extensive rust, and then it was painted over. Again, we have this hook formation here. That's typical on all the fire escapes that we looked at on this building. Same configuration. You have a rivet connection here. So that rivet is, it should be bolted. And then you got 3/4 inch stock solid for the railing with the intermediate, the post is the same. We're going to descend down, and basically all this is the same type of problems, but you will see on this one and the next one down that there's some deformation in the stringer. You can see, I don't know if you can see the bend here, it's evident on the video or not, but it's definitely buckling, and there's an overburden on this particular bracket below. So that needs further investigation. That would be with an engineering oversight. And there's also shifting on this again. It's not 90 degrees. It looks like this pulled away from the wall, and we may have some undersized brackets here. And you're getting the same type of problems on this staircase. But let me just zoom in here. You can see there's some rust and rust jacking where that's landing, but there's also deformation. You can see a bend right here, and that needs to be addressed. All right. So now we're going to descend down another flight of stairs, and it's all the same configuration, same problems. So let's just come down, and you can see, like right here, everything was just painted over, and it needs to be investigated. Some of the painting is just painting over the rust and the rust jacking. We do have some replacement treads here, so there has been some work done on this. You can see the brackets here. This is a more modern bracket, so someone figured out that they needed stronger bracing on this, and I don't know if they added this later as a means of egress, because there are doors there, but it's a much more substantial bracket as compared to this, and that's causing us a little bit of problems. I think it's a little under-designed, and we need some engineering oversight on that. And then we're going to continue down. Again, this half, you can see, I'll try to get a shot from the street, but where these doors are, this is newer, and it's definitely beefier, but the original is, here you can really see it. You can see how that's bending, and some of that is from settling. That has to be looked at. You can see the whole thing's a little bit out of alignment. The whole thing is shifted. Okay, let's get you some shots here. Completely different brackets than the new part. The new part is in much better shape. And even though you have the same type of treads, a lot of work's been done on this side, and it's in much better shape. Okay, I'm going to come down. And again, this stringer, first of all, it's newer, it's thicker, and it's been maintained. And you got 5 slats versus 4, and it's in much better shape. So this part of the fire escape is much better, much better shape, and that's all evident here. And the brackets are much stronger. And then we have this cantilevered section that's in decent shape. Cantilever goes down smoothly. You have the counterweight. The only comment on the cantilever is it is welded, and it should be bolted. They should be all bolted connections, no welded connections. It's gonna get a quick shot from under here, see what's going on. And then we're gonna descend down the cantilever part. I'm just gonna make a little turn here. Yeah, you got a very deep rake on this brick, and you can see, you can't see it particularly, I'm just concentrating on the brick itself. With that type of rake, the water gets in it. It doesn't allow as much shedding of the water, and you get more freeze thaw. So that adds to a little bit more problems. The nice thing about this cantilever, which I'm going for a little ride now, is that you've got this intermediate brace, because it's a pretty long piece and it's a lot of weight. That brace should be bolted though. It's all welded together, but it's a massive brace. So, and again, they cut the stringer out here. The stringer appears to be like 8 inches, and as soon as I get off, it starts going up. It's got a nice action on it, and they did that for weight reasons. They cut it out. Okay, this concludes the fire escape number 3 inspector summary video.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report forbidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.